Happy Wednesday, everyone. Today I thought I would talk about the difference between resolutions versus real solutions. First up, if any of you are listening live or catching this replay, let me know if you made any New Year's resolutions. I haven't made any resolutions, but I certainly have started to form some goals and some clear non-negotiables around having to do things differently in 2023, and I've started to plan how that looks. And I guess, look, a lot of people do resolutions, right? And there's nothing wrong with that because it's, at least putting it out there around some of the things that you think you would like, or, a desire that you have. But, I guess the thing is with resolutions, it's a fun tradition, but the problem is it lacks the structure needed for deep and permanent change, right? So the other problem with resolutions as well is they actually rely on motivation and feelings to get to your goals. They don't actually give you any tangible actions to get there, right? Whereas real solutions, on the other hand, usually involve a well thought out plan or a program that will lead you to deep, permanent and sustainable changes. And it relies on a little bit of work consistently done over time, right? Real solutions rely on commitment and accountability to get you to your goal. And I guess then the question is, if you've started or if you haven't started on any traction with your resolutions or your goals, are you still relying on motivation to try and get started? And you might have some right now. Like a lot of people have motivation leading into the new year, especially if I've had a break and a little bit too much festivities and so on. And motivation will be fine. It'll get you a little far into the journey. But at some point, you're going to have to switch over. And you're going to need to ask yourself whether or not you're ready to make a real commitment. And so I'm really keen to understand from you guys, what at the moment is your biggest obstacle standing between you and your health, fitness, and all the performance that you desire this year. Don't be shy. I mean, we all have obstacles, and some of them will be like, I just don't know how I'm going to fit it in with all the commitments I have with the kids. And you're going to have all these things that come up, and they're real obstacles for you at the moment. And the more that you guys actually comment on these sorts of things, and the more I can actually sit there and unpack some of the other things and give you a different way to kind of look at that. So don't be shy. Put that in there. And we're not immune to this as well, right? There's certain things where I catch myself all the time coming up with some of the obstacles that are standing between me and some of those things. And then that's great, because when I become aware of them, I'm like, okay, well, is that true? Or is there another way to look at this? And then how do I make that not true, right? And asking those questions can really help us unpack that and move forward. But it also comes down to me going, okay, but hang on a minute, do you really want this? And are you willing to make a commitment to change this? Because as soon as I make that commitment to change it, I find a way. And I always try and find a way, right? And that's, I might not always find the right way, so I've got to go back to the drawing board, but I'm willing to at least try in most things where I've actually said this is an obstacle. And if I state something as being an obstacle, it's because I actually want to unpack that and move around it and not hide behind it as an excuse. So, let me know what obstacles are standing behind you at the moment. And look, as I said, a lot of these will be real obstacles, but let's see if we can unpack or move around them, because there's always ways to unblock obstacles. So, comment below and let me know what your resolutions are, if you've got any, or any of those obstacles that are in the way at the moment.